Tu Hai is the name of the album.
Yeah. Tu Hai is actually a meditation on God. कि तू है और जब तू है कि तू है जिंदगी में आए हैं. जैसे मैं नर्मदा आंदोलन में था तो वहां से हमारे जो बिली और बिलारी में गाने हैं या मारे वो वहां से लिव्ड एक्सपीरियंस से आया.
Okay. Can we listen to that periodic table song?
पहले 30 एलिमेंट पीरियोडिक टेबल पे एक स्लाइटली हिमाचली फोक टच है इसमें.
Okay.
हेली बेबो कनो फने नाम गाल सी पस कला. सो हाइड्रोजन हीलियम हेली बे लिथियम बेरिलियम वो कनो फने.
Punjabi music is probably the most mature regional music industry in the country. And in many ways, the Punjabi stars are bigger than the Bollywood stars.
Hello everyone, this is Jaskiran Kapoor and with me is Rahul Ram and Nikhil Rao from the iconic band Indian Ocean, which has been around for 34 years, rocking band which sings about folk, fusion, Sufism, activism, resistance, you name it, and they have sung on it. And they are here after 9 years with their 8th album, Tu Hai, which talks about a lot of climate change, sustainability, and also whether God exists or not. So let's carry on with the conversation. So I want to know, पहली बात, Chandigarh you came in December last and now again. पहले आप album के बारे में बताएं.
हमारा एक्चुअली प्लान था कि मार्च 2020 में इस एल्बम को रिलीज करें मगर कोविड ने आके चपत मारी.
Okay.
So at that time we were actually thinking singles because an album is now a meaningless concept essentially because the listening public listens to singles.
Yes.
And Amazon calls everything over 10 minutes an album.
Okay. The definition of album has changed.
गाने ही 10 मिनट से ऊपर हैं.
Yes, I know. I saw that.
एक गाना ही एल्बम बन जाएगा यार.
Yes.
तो हमने फाइनली जब 2-2.5 साल बीत गए और कहा कि अब क्या करें हम. We had gotten bored with not having released it. So we said पूरा एक एल्बम करके निकाल दो.
ठीक है.
And
so there are 4 albums in one actually. 10 minutes.
Yeah, if you look at it like that. So it's 6 songs. Actually it's 5 songs and one song is split in 2.
Tu Hi.
Partly Tu Hai. Tu Hai.
Tu Hai. Sorry, so Tu Hai is the name of the album.
Yeah.
It's the 9th album and after 8th album and after 9 years.
Yes. So we've done Tu Hai into 2 parts. Because firstly, musically it seems to be structured in 2 parts. But then a lot of Indian Ocean songs have such structures. But it's Tu Hai is actually a meditation on God. कि तू है और जब तू है कि तू है. It could be so.
So you are questioning?
Yes. So it's a conversation between a seeker, a believer, and an atheist.
All right. But that must have been something to sit and think about and then write it. What are you, believers or atheists?
So everybody in the band, 3 believers, 1 atheist and 1 agnostic.
Okay.
Sab hai.
Okay, so all views.
All views are there, all conversations are there, all disagreements and agreements are there.
तो सार क्या है? तू है कि नहीं है?
इसका तो कोई जवाब ही नहीं है ना. Unanswerable question है.
Okay.
क्योंकि अगर
that would be a lot of hubris to think that one song from Indian Ocean will solve
4,000
year
religious debate
conversations.
Hey, let me tell you, Gautam.
But you know, when they've been promoting the album and we've been getting emails and it says climate change, sustainability.
So let me tell you about the other songs.
Yes.
So even
one is this existential. You're getting into the metaphysical.
Yeah, because, this also ties into this. If there is a God and the gods are so great, why is the world on the brink of disaster?
Why?
Okay. And so, तू है. अगर तू है तो हम को ऐसे कैसे बना दिया?
There was this one very interesting line. I think someone said it that if there is a God, he exists in India. हम राम भरोसे चल रहे हैं.
बहुत अच्छे.
So let's say there's a song called इस तन धन की कौन बढ़ाई एक नयनों में मिट्टी. कबीरदास.
कबीर, yes, कबीर.
तो उसको हमने जो इंटरप्रेट किया है कि about mindless consumerism. That यार मिलेगा तो मिट्टी में ना, क्या है ये, क्या कर रहा है तू, अपने खातिर महल बनाया, आप ही जाकर जंगल सोया. So there is that whole thing about how we are caught up in this cycle of being asked to consume and consume and consume. आप जैसे GDP, अगर आप फुलिश कंजम्पशन नहीं करोगे जी आपका GDP नहीं बढ़ेगा. आप साइकिल चलाओगे तो आपका GDP घट जाएगा. So you know,
India is a highly consumer market, na?
yeah, but so is the whole world. The whole world has been situated, made into that. So we also have a song called Rebirth, which is trying to look at, like again during the pandemic, we saw the asar कि आ सकती हैं चीजें वापस.
Yes.
अगर आप उन्हें chance दें तो.
There is restoration if you allow.
If you allow
nature to restore itself.
But nobody seems to have learned anything.
No, it hasn't.
Yeah.
So your brand of music has always been about, you know, saying something, whether be it a philosophy, be it some kind of political statement, be it some kind of social statement, be it some kind of change, or some kind of triggering a movement or activism, or even bringing about poetry and folk fusion and, you know, taking a lot of elements of India. So जब ये बना आपका बैंड 33-34 साल पहले, was this the idea with which it was, or this has been developed over the years?
ये पता है, जैसे इवन विद तू है, हमने पहले से बैठ के नहीं सोचा था. जब हम finally we started putting the songs together and we actually don't even decide on a title track, on a title till we have all the songs ready, and so we decided on tu hai. Then we saw in talking with each other that there seems to be this common thread running through. ये पहले से decide नहीं करते.
Okay.
We tend to not want to make theme albums. We haven't made so far theme albums. We might in the future. You know, our man is on fire, wanting to make a theme album about what is it? Freedom struggle and the nation. ऐसा कुछ.
But वही एक statement which I see independent music में, या Bollywood तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं, Indian film industry तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं, but how does music impact, affect and bring about a change? मतलब music कितना essential है to discuss what is existing right now, to start a conversation. How important is music? क्योंकि कई बार हमें लगता है कि क्या म्यूजिक क्या बात करनी, पॉलिटिकल साइंस पढ़ो, पॉलिटिक्स में जाओ, IAS बनो.
नहीं, but art.
क्या म्यूजिशियन क्या बोलेगा?
Art has always been at the forefront. It's not just music. अगर आप सब painting, sculpture, theatre देख लीजिए. So at the forefront of, in fact, there is a very nice thing by Amitav Ghosh, a book called The Great Derangement.
Okay.
In which he says it's quite interesting that somehow climate change को लेके art has not taken the front.
Yes.
You know, like art was in the front when we were talking about things like, let's say, apartheid or racism or stuff like
poverty, unemployment,
War.
hunger,
war, so many things. But somehow in
Ukraine and all, this whole Vogue magazine came out of it.
हाँ, वो थोड़ा वेस्टर्न वो है, क्योंकि वो लोग जब दूसरों को करते तब नहीं आते ना Vogue magazine. When the West kills people, it doesn't come in Vogue magazine.
Yes.
I mean, Vietnam was never carried in Vogue magazine.
Yes.
The Vietnamese were the evil guys.
We are at a very interesting junction in this country, जहाँ art, history, music एक threat perceive किया जाता है.
No, unauthorized art history.
How do you deal with it? क्योंकि your music really moves people. And आप जैसे नर्मदा बचाओ आंदोलन है ना, रेवा was part
मेरे
of
ख्याल
it.
आज अगर नर्मदा बचाओ आंदोलन होता तो सब लोग यूएपी में अंदर होते.
तो आप
फर्क ये है, उस टाइम पे भी बोलते थे हमें कि आप लोग नक्सल हो गए, मगर I think people, the powers that be are completely intolerant of dissent and they want to make an example of people.
So through your music, how are you able to subvert it and then reach the people?
I don't think Indian Ocean has anything really.
Anything.
ऐसा कोई गहरा एजेंडा नहीं है. You know, we are also, we participate in our times. We are a product of what we see around us. And the idea is to not sing the morning newspaper in a song.
Yeah,
That is
true.
not the idea. You know that, and I don't think that is the purpose of art. Also, you know, maybe it is a temporary elevation in your consciousness. And बाद में आप जाओगे, you'll go back to your same old life. But you know, it's just keeping that, you know, creating a chance. And that's why it also, you know, we tend to take slightly longer than
other band.
people to put out some music and thoughts that we are comfortable with, and we are proud to play for a very long time. Like I think the songs that we've written over the last few years, we will be happy to play these songs pretty much unchanged for the next 5 years, maybe.
So, how do you see the independent music wave in India? Because when you look at the films, one or two labels hai, ya one or two music companies hai, who have a whole monopoly on it, and I only see rehash remixes coming out. How is the independent wave? You have had 3 decades to see,
Well,
and you've survived those 3 decades.
I think independent music, see, because the music companies have lost their power.
Have they?
Yeah.
Not in the film scene, I think.
No, they have lost.
Okay.
आप ये बताओ ना, म्यूजिक खरीदता कौन है आजकल?
Sub download, Spotify and all
तो
these
फिर
other
power गया
platforms,
ना
streaming
आपका?
platforms.
आपका power गया ना?
Hmm.
You know, if you're not the money keeper, if you're not the gatekeeper to the money, you've lost your power.
You understood this pehle when you refused to sign with the record labels.
Yes, after...
You didn't want to give the power.
Well, I tell you what happened. Times Music, there was a film being made on Indian Ocean. And Times Music said, oh, but you have to pay. If you singing that film comes in the film, you singing a song that came on our album comes in the film, you have to pay us. We said, what? We are
It's your documentary, why should you pay? And your own song.
So that's when we realized that this is these people have no heart. They don't care about the musician. They don't care about the music. They only care about the money. So it's all dong. And there is also, we flipped it. We said, we will license you to release our music.
Okay.
उल्टा कर दिया.
हम पैसे डाल लेंगे.
हाँ. Because they think that if they pay for the recording, they own your soul. हमने कहा ठीक है यार, अपने पैसे खुद डाल के recording कर लेते हैं.
But these are tough calls. How have you survived? I want to know.
We are poor.
Financially and emotionally.
We are poor.
Are you?
But compared to...
But rich souls.
No, we are poorer than, let's say, a band that plays Shadi ka music and plays Bollywood at 50 weddings a year. We don't make as much money. They make more money than us.
So what keeps you going?
मजा भी तो आ रहा है. जिंदगी में मजा तो आना चाहिए ना. बिना मजा के क्या बात.
आप सारे इंडिया से म्यूजिक का लेते हैं, पोइट्री पढ़ते हैं, काफ़ी चीज़ों को नोट करते हैं. पंजाब से what have you? Because Punjab is the home of musical घराना.
बंदे नु खुदा दे होया सी. बंदे नु खुदा दे होया सी.
Yeah, but you're right. कि पंजाबी म्यूजिक, मैं सच में कहूँ तो पंजाबी म्यूजिक is probably the most mature regional music industry in the country. And in many ways, the Punjabi stars are bigger than the Bollywood stars. I think most people don't realize this.
They're bigger internationally.
They don't realize this. But with Indian Ocean, I mean, I think we are already brewing some thoughts about the next record, and उसमें कुछ I think Punjab flavor के हम लोग बातें कर रहे हैं. But you're right that अभी तक तो, except the song he was singing after the war from the album Genie, which had a few verses.
4 lines in Punjabi.
But you have Amrita Preetham, you have Surjit Pathak, you have this whole Harvallabh Sangeet Sammelan in Jalandhar that happens. The Granth Sahib, Guru Granth Sahib has enough poetry in it. It's a whole poetic conversation. So when are we going to see something?
But see, okay, so we don't go around the map of India with a pin.
Okay.
Saying कि और चल मेघालय करते हैं.
अच्छा.
ऐसे नहीं होता.
Okay. मैं यहाँ बैठी हूँ ना तो मैं पूछूंगी मेरे पंजाब से.
Obviously आप पूछोगे. But ये सारे गाने जो है ना हमारे जिंदगी में आए हैं. जैसे मैं नर्मदा आंदोलन में था, तो वहाँ से हमारे जो बिली और बिलारी में गाने हैं या मारेवा, वो वहाँ से लिव्ड एक्सपीरियंस से आया.
Okay.
ये कबीर दास का जो अब इस तन धन की कौन पढ़ाई, ये मैं अपने बाबा से, मेरे बाबा गाते थे जब मैं बच्चा था.
Okay.
तंदनू मेरी चाची गाती थी, बचपन से सुनते हुए हैं. कंदीसा का भी ऐसा. So all these songs.
Kandisa is from the Syrian hymns, the Christian
yeah,
Syrian
but
hymns.
it was, I learned it from a friend of mine.
Yes.
I didn't go to Kerala seeking Syrian hymns. I didn't even know they existed.
You've got the Karnataka touch in Tu Hai.
But he loves playing that. So we don't.
Maybe the story and the experience comes first and the song comes later.
Does the song choose you? Do you let it come to you or do you choose the song?
Most of the time,
sometimes, I mean, it's like, मैंने नर्मदा घाटी में 100 गाने चुने. उसका मतलब थोड़ा ना कि हर 100 गाने को बना दिया. मारेवा was the most
anthem. Your songs have become anthems. They've become chants of movements.
In fact, there is a boy in Himachal who's stolen the tune and made a lot more money from this.
That's
than-
flattery in the best form. Actually, that's flattery.
तो उसने
How?
महादेवा को महादेवा बना दिया.
अच्छा, पर ये
डमरू डम डम.
who is a musician? आप कैसे musician को ढूंढते हैं? आपको पता चलता है कि मेरा बच्चा musician है. मतलब क्या उसमें? What do you see? Because you also from IIT, you have PhD, है ना? You have like these solid, rock solid degrees. But you're like, music ही करेंगे. बैराग हो जाना है.
There are a lot of people who are other.
When you know
who
you're
are
just your
actually
musical soul.
Yeah.
बहुत सारे लोग अंदर से म्यूजिशियन हैं,
है.
पर प्रोफेशनली नहीं है.
क्यों नहीं है?
क्योंकि बहुत सारी कंस्ट्रेंट्स होती हैं.
Many reasons.
Family, money,
Yeah.
you know,
Stability.
Would you like music in education to promote more?
Oh yeah, I in fact I think songs are a very nice way of teaching kids things.
Yeah.
You know,
Your
like,
chemistry equation, periodic table.
yeah, you've seen that. It's fun, no?
I never learned the periodic table. I still don't know the periodic. I was like, क्या ये है? क्या पसूड़ी पाती?
But that song, you know, it's once you get it, it's so easy. It just becomes.
Yeah, well, you know, because someone even who stammers or stutters, if you make them sing a song, उनका stammer चला जाता है.
Wow, I didn't know that actually.
Yeah. So anyone who stammers, make them sing.
Wow.
Their stammer will go away. They will sing without a stammer.
Nice.
That's therapy.
Yeah, and music, I think music can be used to teach so many things. And music in education, you know, not yeah. One is the direct, like I'm saying, this periodic table song, and so on, because it sits in your head, you know.
Can we listen to that periodic table song?
हाँ, तो क्या हुआ था कि मेरे एक दोस्त की बेटी का 10th क्लास का बोर्ड एग्जाम था.
हाँ.
उसको कहा गया था कि you have to memorize the first 30 elements of the periodic table. One, that is a very stupid thing to do.
Yes.
In this day and age, when you have access to the net and so on, so the memorization should stop. So this, I'll just sing you this song.
हाँ.
पहले 30 एलिमेंट पीरियोडिक टेबल पे एक स्लाइटली हिमाचली फोक टच है इसमें.
Okay.
हेली बेबो कनो फने नाम गाल सिपस कला. So hydrogen, helium, हेली बे लिथियम बेरिलियम बो कनो फने
Boron,
Boron.
potassium,
कार्बन.
carbon. Okay. K is potassium.
No nitrogen,
And
oxygen, fluorine, neon.
So my daughter, I'm going to tell her, listen to this song.
नामगाल सिपसकलार Na सोडियम मग मैग्नीशियम
So,
नामग आल एल्यूमिनियम नामगाल सी सिलिकॉन
Yes.
phosphorus sulfur chlorine argon.
You have a sharp memory.
No, I know the song.
So J.R.R. Tolkien devised
Elvish
Elvish language and we have the chemical language.
नामगाल सिपसकलार कक्का गगे असे बर कर कक्का क that is potassium.
Potassium.
का calcium सका ग गे. So gallium germanium ग गे असे बरकर arsenic. Selenium, bromine, krypton. Skati vakraman feko nikuzan. Skati vakraman feko nikuzan.
के अलावा what else do you what is other than that Indian Ocean does?
Oh my god.
बहुत कुछ. अरे
बहुत कुछ. एक तो खाने पे बड़ा फोकस है.
खाना,
Okay.
सब चीजों पे बातें होती है.
जंगल गाना भी है आपका?
हिस्ट्री, डिबेट्स, की क्रिकेट.
See, I hate to say this, but I think we are kind of an intellectual band.
Yes.
Okay.
No, you have to be. But I think you don't take.
Why do you want to lose 20,000 followers?
No. But I think
नहीं.
it's a lightheartedness not to take ourselves too seriously.
Yes.
That has floated your boat.
एक light approach to life अगर होगा ना, तो you can deal with the toughest things and yet. तो मैं जेल गया था एक बार.
अच्छा.
और जेल में हम लोग गाना गाते थे और नाचते थे. आदिवासी जेल था.
Okay.
तो अगर हम बैठ के अरे जेल में ऐसे हो जाते तो बदल जाता पूरा. So you have to be able to take things in your stride and take it lightly.
Do you think by looking at too much information download, too much global Western thought, हम कहीं ना कहीं we have forgotten our own indigenous nature, our own क्योंकि India has a lot to offer when it comes to the tribal, village, rural, folk regions. And I was reading somewhere that what they say in 4 lines, we are not able to capture even in 400. Hana? So, are we letting go of that heritage? Are we, or we are still there people who are holding on to it? Like,
नहीं
of course,
देखिए,
Indian Ocean is there.
ग्लोबलाइजेशन तो हो ही रहा है.
Hmm.
अमेरिका में लोग योगा सीख रहे हैं, उनको भी हमसे मिल रहा है, हमको उनसे मिलेगा. There is nothing you can do about it. But I think there is a uniquely Indian way of looking at things which we have not lost at all. I don't think it is possible. There are degrees of westernization in India as there are in every country. But even your most westernized Indian dal chawal
Is there.
हाथ से खाएगा.
Where do you see India now? As in, कैसा लग रहा है? Where are we standing? Where are we going to move? And of course, with this album, climate change, sustainability, are you going to also convert it into some kind of activity?
Consume less. Reduce your carbon footprint as much as possible. It's like I have a car.
Okay.
मैंने नवंबर से लेके अभी तक 2.5 टैंक पेट्रोल यूज किया है उसमें, और हम जून में आ रहे हैं, तो 7 महीने. सो आई ट्राई एंड टेक पब्लिक ट्रांसपोर्ट वेर एवर पॉसिबल. अगर मेरे को घर से 1 किलोमीटर दूर बाजार है, मैं गाड़ी में नहीं जाता, चल के जाता हूँ, मैं झोला लेके जाता हूँ.
Okay.
मैं प्लास्टिक की पन्नियाँ नहीं लेता हूँ, मैं डोलची में जाके दही खरीद.
Little things.
ऐसी छोटी छोटी चीजें हम सब कर सकते हैं. इलेक्ट्रिसिटी कम,
Which our grandparents and all did.
उनके पास तो टाइम. मतलब मैं अब जब लोग, मैं देखता हूँ ना, पीपल गो टू अ शॉप, बाई 1 पैकेट ऑफ बिस्किट, पन्नी देना. दिस इज द मोस्ट स्टूपिड थिंग. उस पन्नी को तो तुम फेंक दोगे ना ट्रैश में, क्यों पन्नी ले जा रहे हो? एंड व्हाई इज इट, आई वांट टू टेल पीपल, मेक इट कूल अगेन टू कैरी अ झोला or to carry a bag to do your shopping in.
So is there Indian Ocean merchandise?
There
Maybe
is.
we should.
All right.
Arey, there's some cool stuff.
There is?
I'm yeah. We'll
Are you
share it
designing
with
or
the
you will
world.
be coming out with it
There's a
soon?
lady from Ahmedabad called Priya Brahmbhatt.
Okay.
She did all the beautiful artwork for Two Hai. If you
Okay.
see, you
Yes,
can look
it's
at
the tree and the Madhubani.
And every song has its
Every
own
song has a
artwork.
different.
Yes,
piece
I
of
saw
art.
the Itin Dhan wala. They have the
The
consumerism
trash,
things.
the trash
Trash,
machine,
yes,
the trash mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there is. We are trying to make a few things. People can have around the house.
Okay.
Using that actually, that's under in progress.
And you are very heavy on collaboration. How much enrichment does it provide to your music? The collaboration this time also you collaborated with the Grammy winner.
Yeah. So
If I'm getting the
Who's the
name
Grammy
right.
winner?
No, Viku
Viku Vinayak Ram ji.
Viku Vinayak Ram.
George Brooks.
George Brooks, yes.
So you know, 7th album was a deliberate collaboration.
7 collabs it was.
हाँ हाँ. उससे पहले हमने एक दो लोगों के साथ बजाया है. हमने अपने नथुभाई सोलंकी और चुगे खान, जो कि राजस्थान के folk
Yes, चुगे
उनके
खान, I
साथ
know.
एक गाना सोने की नगरी के सौ सोए राजा से बनाया था. और अनुशे अनादिल फ्रॉम बांग्लादेश, उनके साथ हमने एक गाना बंधु करके बनाया था. ऐसा कोई कॉन्शियस एफर्ट आ गया वो. अब इसमें भी एक्चुअली विक्कू जी एंड जॉर्ज है कोलैबोरेशन.
Okay.
And yeah, we will do collaboration because it's fun. Because you know, that's the beautiful part about music, that there are so many brilliant minds out there.
Collaboration always helps.
Collaboration is great fun.
Encourage collaborations.
But that doesn't mean we should only do collaboration.
Yeah.
But you've done within India and abroad both.
Abroad, तो जॉर्ज तो मैं दिल से इंडियन हूँ.
Okay. And which is the best venue that you performed at in India, which you really go back to again and again?
Best venue, just in terms of acoustics and all of that. Some of the places that have stood out for me is Ravindra Bharati in Hyderabad, Music Academy in Chennai. Just in terms of the pleasure of hearing things well and it being a good auditorium. Because I think I have to say that most venues in India, unlike the West, they are not designed keeping music in mind. They are not designed keeping the needs of musicians in mind.
Okay.
Like it's very common कि यार venue बना दिया, green room नहीं है, बैंड साउंड चेक के बाद 3 घंटे यहाँ वहाँ लटक रहा है, कहीं बैठने को नहीं है, कपड़ा तुम अपना कपड़े नहीं बदल सकते हो. The venue, they use all kinds of strange glass material which reflect its hell. It is just the way things are done. I think maybe the profession is not respected enough. And so sometimes when we tour the US and we get to see the kind of venues they have, हमको लगता है यार ये क्यों हमारे possible नहीं है. I hope it will change someday. So I mean, just to
Were
answer
you
the
there
question.
at NCPA when we did?
Yes, I think that was a good one. We get a good sounding room that's half the battle.
Yes.
I think we are confident of our material. We are confident of our performance. We work with a reasonably good engineer who can troubleshoot on the fly.
Okay.
But we can't lay the venue brick by brick. हम वो नहीं कर सकते.
No, that's already
हम
there.
अपने construction company को एक हफ्ते पहले नहीं बेच सकते. नहीं कर सकते.
I hope that changes. So I have two generations here. Rahul, you've been part of 80s, 90s and 2000 now, and you've joined later. So any difference that you see, as in your generation, how much did they know of Indian Ocean, and how much do you know, okay, this kind of music works and this kind of following, and people want to listen music for change, not just
My
dance to
generation
Chikni Chameli.
absolutely hero worships Indian Ocean. Because actually, I'm younger than him, but I'm not so young. You know?
You were the campus recruitment.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So we hero worship these guys actually, because
Okay.
these were the only guys who were doing what they were doing, and I would say that independent music scene has grown really well, and it's grown in a certain direction because of the contributions of Indian Ocean. In large part, why are people doing more and more music in their own languages rather than covering AC/DC and Iron Maiden? I think these guys were the canary in the
That's
coal mine.
increased actually, doing music in your own languages. And in this COVID period, I think you did a lot of films also. Was it that they approached you? Because films sometimes for independent bands.
15 में मसान किया, 16 में चक्की किया, फिर कानपुरिये, छोटे नवाब.
But you lay the condition that this will be our kind of music.
No, they come to us who want our kind of music.
Okay.
हमारे पास मेरे ख्याल कभी भी हार्डकोर मेन स्ट्रीम इंसान हमारे पास नहीं आएगा. चांस कम है.
कुछ पता नहीं आ जाए.
हाँ, आ जाए तो मजा आएगा.
Any film that you're coming up with after this album?
भगवान भरोसे, you want to say?
भगवान भरोसे has already won some awards.
Okay. This is directed by?
Mr. Shiladitya Bora. तो उन्होंने ये पिक्चर बनाई. कोविड में we did one song and the background score.
Okay.
And we'll be working a little more, and so now it's kind of doing the festival circuit, and it's being received quite well across the world.
All right.
And he is gearing up for a theatrical release later this year.
All right.
So I think that will be the next release. But जैसा होता है कि सब लोग के पास पाइपलाइन में कुछ चीजें होती हैं, and we can't control कि कौन कब रिलीज करेगा. जैसे चक्की जो फिल्म है वो पिछले साल निकली थी, जो 5 साल
16 में बनाया और 22 में निकली है.
But I think more albums now.
ज़्यादा होता है, लेकिन वैसे
Albums तो होते हैं.
Now 10 minute or we will have.
No, so there is
ongoing
this thing.
debate. It's an
ongoing
ongoing
debate है. Ongoing management में one guy said कि 4.5 मिनट होता है length. मैं कहा यार ये तो पहले एल्बम से 30 साल से लोग हमें ये कह रहे हैं.
हाँ.
तब भी लोगों ने कहा था कि बहुत लंबे हैं आपके गाने, कोई नहीं सुनेगा. मैं कहा ना सुने.
हम तो बजाएंगे.
So
but 30 साल से सुन ही रहे हैं.
सुन रहे हैं. Plus see, but तो I will agree that मसान के जो 2 गाने छोटे-छोटे
Yes.
बहुत लोग सुनते हैं. But then it has to do with the film and the video. There are too many factors involved in this. You can't tease out the variable. So let's see.
So you struck a friendship with Varun Grover then?
Yes.
He's another maverick.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And that's another story.
Yeah.
All right, on that note, we say bye-bye to the rock stars, original rock stars of Indian music scene.